been 1,000 years since I last looked upon you, Tyrande. I thought of you every moment I roamed through the Emerald Dream.
My heart rejoices to see you again, Furion. But I would not have awakened you unless the need was urgent.
In the dream, I felt our land being corrupted, just as if it were my own body. You were right to awaken me.
The Burning Legion has returned, Furion. Cenarius is dead, and Outlanders roam freely through our most sacred vales.
As was foretold. No doubt Archimonde will make his way to Hyjal Summit and attack the World Tree. If he succeeds in draining the tree's energies, this world will be doomed.
My only thought was to awaken you and the rest of the Druids. The Druids of the Talon reside within the barrow dens at the end of this valley. If we can reach them, we may have a chance to stop Archimonde and his demons.
That did it, boys! We've driven them off! Let's regroup back at the base and tend to our wounded.
So, the Outlanders battle against the Undead as well. They could prove to be powerful allies against Archimonde and his ilk.
They are mongrels and nothing more. They are responsible for Cenarius' death. I will be damned before I stand with them.
Perhaps you are right, my love. We will establish our new settlement here. Keep your sentries alert. I doubt that we have seen the last of the Outlanders or the Undead.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the 4th level of the Night Elf campaign in Warcraft 3 Reign of Chaos. And this is a relatively interesting map to play that takes quite a bit of time in order to complete, as there is so much for us to do, and we have to move. As you can see, our gold mines are relatively low on gold, so we have to move from one gold mine to another at a regular pace. On the positive side, however, we are not going to be facing relentless attacks from anyone. Instead, we are going to be facing some attacks, but it's not going to be like major attacks. Most are going to consist of wyverns from the orcs and gargoyles from the undead. We might experience some grunt attacks as well, but those attacks are going to be few.
It shall be done.
So, like I mentioned, we have to move from one gold mine to the other one and then eventually make our way to the Druids of the Talon. And in order to do that, we need to first collect some resources, save up for some upgrades over here, and then slowly but surely progress to the right side, where we will eventually meet up or encounter a human settlement, and that we need to take down in order to pass through. I forgot to mention, the first thing we want to do is make some wisps. Instead of starting with the upgrades, we are going to start with creating wisps. We need about 5, and as soon as this one finishes, we're just going to start the gold production ASAP.
I heed the voice of Elune.
So there are a couple of side quests in this map as well. We are not going to worry too much about the side quests for the time being, because we don't get any rewards for completing them, but for the tutorial's sake on our difficulty, we are still going to do them nonetheless, in order to show you how to go about them and keeping as many of your forces as you possibly can.
I heed the voice of
So we can go ahead and explore a bit with our owl in order to give an idea about the layout of the map. So there are also a couple of items that we're going to be finding for killing the creeps over here, as well as some tomes.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy. Someone opens the wire.
Oh goodness, didn't pay attention to this part.
As sleep dulled my senses. For Kalimdor, Ashtherodana.
The goddess calls. Someone opens the wire. Ashtherodana. Anudora!
Now already the gold mine is running low.
Our resources are depleting fast. We must find another gold mine and muster our forces. Only then will we be able to reach the barrow dens.
Actually, among some of the first units we are immediately going to start making is 3 ballistas. You might wonder why I want to go for ballistas, but they are going to be really handy for the human encampment that we're going to be taking on very, very soon. Okay, we have enough of these for wood. We can actually start moving over to the side where we're going to be encountering the Furbulks.
Wait, I know those Furbulks. They escaped from Ashenvale when the corruption started to spread.
Perhaps they did not escape the corruption after all.
Okay, so this is one of the side quests that we need to attend to, is killing off all of the Furbulks. They are, as you probably already know, they are quite durable, as we know just on the first level, especially this champion over here. You're not running away.
The goddess calls. So be it.
We do, however,
Seen the creature so aggressive before.
Then I will put an end to their curse. Undo Falador.
okay, so we do, however, not want to move too far away from this area of ours. The reason being is we are going to be facing an attack from the orcs later on, and we don't want to have to lose our moonwells.
So be it.
Don't worry too much about this over here. They're not bothering us at all. We can, however, start going with our upgrades. We have more than enough in order to get the first level of our upgrades up and running. We also need to try and keep our ballistas away from this section when the orc attack does come. So we have one of two choices. Oh, well, what do you know? They actually started attacking us. We have one of two options. We can stick around and wait for the orc attacks to come and then move out, or we can slowly but surely start doing some damage to certain areas and then move out. I would recommend that we get some moonwells up and running, in order not for our warriors to have to run all the way back for getting healing. But you can also build the gold mines, the moonwells a little bit closer. So we can make a couple of dryads as well. We have more than enough resources.
Gold mine has collapsed.
And perfect timing on this one. We can now move over to the next section over here. We're keeping our forces back for a little bit, waiting for one of the next attacks to come in.
Someone threatens the wilds. I heed the voice of the wind.
Your building is complete. Ah, the great
Your
outdoors.
building is complete.
Something is amiss.
The goddess calls.
Maybe making another archer is not going to be a bad idea either. No, we're just going to wait until this gold mine is going to get ready.
Ah, the great outdoors. Is there trouble?
I heed the voice of the I am as the goddess wills.
Okay, so let's go and do something about the trolls here to the north, and also make use of the fountain of life that we have over there, and then go about sorting out the Furbulks side quest.
Ah, the great outdoors.
Do not forget to make use of your treants. They are incredibly good for tanking damage and doing some extra damage as well.
I heed the voice of Elune.
Focus your fire on that priest in order to get the healing out of the way.
Something.
As the goddess wills.
It shall be done.
Someone threatens the wild. So be it.
Your building is
there we go.
Ah, the great outdoors.
The goddess calls.
There we go.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
Someone threatens the wild.
Is there research finished? Making trails. Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
The goddess calls.
What is nature's call?
I heed the voice of Elune. Waiting on you.
Okay, so that is the very attack that I was speaking about that comes from the orcs. So what might happen if you're not careful, they might catch your ballistas off guard, and that's kind of something that you don't want to happen. So you keep your warriors close by in order to stop that from happening. Okay, so we can actually start moving our treants close by. We might be experiencing one more orc attack while we are away, or something like that might happen, but fortunately gargoyles aren't the strongest of units when it comes to dealing damage, so I wouldn't worry too much about those. It's time to also get some huntresses into the game. Alright, perfect. So the first set of our upgrades has been completed.
I heed the voice.
Our gold mine is running low.
And already this gold mine of ours is running low, which means that we have to next take on the human settlement that is going to be next. Hence where these treants are going to become really, really handy.
Hi. As the goddess was.
We can, if we really want, to make use of these ancient protectors in order to deal some extra damage to the Furbulks. And that is actually exactly what we might end up doing, as it is close enough to the human settlement over here.
There is danger ahead, priestess.
Yeah.
You must proceed with caution.
Or actually, in fact, we're just going to place our ancient protectors over here. The ballistas can be quite handy, but because they are so slow and so clumsy to move with, we're just going to keep them at the back for now and just use our main force in order to take care of the side quest over here. Other than that, we can continue making huntresses, and we can start engaging the Furbulks.
The goddess calls. As the goddess.
It is a very good idea to get our fire focused on the shaman, as he is going to use his healing abilities in order to do a lot of damage. Or, well, not do a lot of damage, but keep his warriors alive. Like that.
I heed the voice of Elune. The goddess calls. I heed the voice of Elune. Someone comes the wild.
Hi.
The goddess calls. I heed the voice of Elune.
I'm game for the trees.
As the goddess wills.
Goddess,
By
light
Elune.
my path.
After we've dealt with this force, we can actually expect the orcs to send in an attack as well.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Almost, at least.
In the name of Scenario.
Focus fire those shaman.
Standing guard. Our gold mine has collapsed. What is nature's call? In position. I shall not fear.
Anudora. Someone quickens the wild.
The column
The goddess.
it shall be
Someone
done.
quickens the wild.
Ah, there we go.
Thoraman.
Threatens these lands.
Okay.
Changed, Tyrande. There is little mercy left in you.
Long ago I swore to protect this land, Furion. I never had the luxury of sleeping through times of great peril.
If your endless vigil has hardened you, my love, it must be part of your goddess's plan.
Okay, so this is exactly the attack that I was talking about. That was going to happen eventually. We don't want to lose any of the buildings that we have over here, so we need to get there quickly and try to stop these orcs from destroying those buildings.
Land and I.
Who is... okay, perfect. Oh, come on.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're gonna make it.
My wait is over.
Someone quickens the wild.
Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
Thoraman. The goddess calls. By Elune. I heed the voice of Elune. The goddess calls. I heed the voice of Elune.
Okay, what do we have here? Okay, more gargoyles. Perfect.
Speak your mind. I walk in
Someone
shadows.
quickens the wild.
Okay, so the time has now finally come for us to start engaging the humans over here. We do not want to engage without our forces being in place, though. So
I heed the voice of Elune.
just be careful at the same time. We can make a couple of more Dryads and Huntresses, as we might be losing some forces during this
I
fight.
heed the voice of
Hi. What is nature's call?
the goddess calls.
Are we being invaded?
I heed the voice of Elune.
And we can actually start this fight.
The goddess calls.
See if we can get one of those towers.
Asher Thoraman.
Perfect.
Speak your mind.
The goddess calls.
God
I
is
heed the
like
voice
my
of the
create more
great
moon.
outdoors.
Oh, yeah, they come.
Someone threatens the
Has
wild.
sleep dulled my senses?
The goddess calls.
See if we can. Well, didn't work out as I wanted it to, but we managed to get him to prematurely use his divine shield, so that works out perfectly for us.
In position.
Once he drops the divine shield, he's gonna die.
Asher Thoraman.
God is like my
The
path.
goddess calls. So be it. Someone threatens the wilds, as the goddess wills.
Hi.
I heed the voice.
You can actually just send in those Ancient Protectors. They're not gonna do much for us during this battle. We have pretty much destroyed the
I heed
humans.
the voice of Elune.
Let's just get rid of that tower, and once that tower has fallen, we can actually have a
Thoraman.
much easier time to just engage.
Someone threatens the
We
wild.
do have the upgrade advantage as well, so this is really not going to be a problem
Make
for
it
us.
fast. Our warriors have
I heed the
engaged.
voice of Elune. So be it. Someone threatens the wild. Asher Thoraman.
I swore to
I heed the voice
Make
of
it
Elune.
fast.
Ashtaragama. Has sleep dulled my senses?
Asher Thoraman. As the goddess wills. So be it. Someone threatens the wild. The goddess calls. Someone threatens the wild. By Elune. As the goddess wills. By Elune.
Okay, so as you can see, dealing with this human settlement is really not a problem at all. It's just a good idea to make sure that you keep your ballistas alive, as well as the majority of your units. We are, I would say, about halfway done with this level now. Still have a little bit of an end to go, but that's not going to be a problem for us as well. This is the second last base that we'll be having.
As the goddess
And at this area, we are going to be constructing a couple of moon wells as soon as we get our gold up and running again.
Asher Thoraman.
Speak your mind.
The goddess calls. By Elune.
I swore to avenge. Speak your mind.
Someone threatens
Our
the wild.
sacred grove is being desecrated.
Ah, great.
I heed the voice of Elune.
Okay, so I'm not going to run all the way back in order to deal with that problem. We are instead just going to move forward.
I heed the voice of
Um,
Elune.
Are we being invaded?
We
Careful,
can...
priestess. These woods are overrun by the dead. Standing guard to avenge. Are we being
We can,
invaded
if
now?
we really want to make more moon wells, as we'll have enough gold in order to do so. But for the time being, we need to be really careful with the area that we're moving into right now, as this entire area is infested by the undead,
I heed the
Are we
voice of
being
Elune.
invaded?
and we can end up losing a lot of units here. Fortunately, however, we do have our upgrades up and running, so we don't want to.
Someone threatens the wild.
Grove is being desecrated.
Be careful of those ghosts. It's something that I forgot to mention. The ghosts in this area do have the ability to possess your units. So for that very reason, you actually want to go about focus firing these and keep them from possessing your units.
I grove is being desecrated.
So the greatest problem that we have against the undead over here is the fact that they've got plague, and the plague is going to be removing the majority of our hit points. So what we want to do is just clear the path over here.
I heed the voice of Elune.
Hi. Make it fast.
take up some casualties. That is perfectly fine. We're going to be making moonwells.
Is there trouble?
We just want to clear this path for ourselves.
Invaded?
I heed the voice of Elune.
Are
Ashrathora,
we being invaded?
someone
And
is
I
wild.
are one.
Speak your mind. Our sacred grove is being desecrated. I'm game.
Someone from the
What is nature's call?
Threatens these lands. Anu Dawn.
Someone threatens the wild.
Make it fast.
Immediately. The goddess calls.
Okay, so with this path cleared for us, it means that even if we were to, by some chance, lose our entire army, we could safely get all of our buildings past this area and
Are we being invaded?
collect the forces that we have,
Someone threatens the wild.
or start collect the gold mine that's located over here. But instead, we are going to keep on pushing forward. We are going to clear out this forest, and only after that we're going to start moving out into that direction. We can in fact start moving these buildings over here in order to get a little bit of speed going. Same for the ancient protectors.
I
If
heed
we
the
do by
voice
some
of
chance get attacked at that base over there, we could easily get our forces back on time.
It shall be done.
Elune. Someone threatens the wild.
Threatens.
And that's the mofo that we have to kill right over there.
Standing guard. In the
We
name
can
of
actually
the
just
Night
focus fire this guy over here. Once he dies, everything else gets sorted out. You just place all of your focus on the Death Revenant, and then voila!
As the goddess wills. I am Elune. I heed the voice of Elune.
Threatens these lands.
Hopefully the land will heal itself of this cursed blight. We should get moving. The barrow dens lie within the valley just ahead of us. Threatens the wilds.
Are we being
So be it.
invaded? Hi.
Ashrathoraman.
Are we being invaded?
Someone threatens the wild. No! The outpost has been corrupted, and the Treants have been driven mad. They do not deserve this cruel fate.
Come no further, weakling. Lord Tychondrius commanded us to kill anyone attempting to enter this place. And we shall. Pathetic wretches. It pains me that you once called yourselves Night Elves.
Alright, so this is the very last section of the map,
Are we being invaded?
and then this level also finally comes to an end. Treants still have a bit of an end to go, and this gold mine over here is about to get depleted. But we can actually start the assault on this base over here as well. We might even be able to get our basics sorted out even before even before that gold mine runs out and has to come this way.
As the goddess wills.
Oh yeah, yes, of course, I forgot about that one over there. Yes. There's a hidden area over here. Send the ballistas into that direction. I nearly forgot about that.
The goddess calls.
Are we being
I heed the
invaded?
voice of Elune.
Make it fast.
Okay, so yeah, a large portion of our army has basically been killed. It's not a problem for us because as you will notice, we have so much resources on our side that building up a new army is not going to be a problem for us at all.
Our warriors have engaged the
Threatens
enemy.
these lands.
Need to go and make sure that this
Ashtaroth.
area is in fact
I heed the voice
cleared.
of Elune.
Yeah, it is.
Ashrathoraman. The goddess calls.
Treant may not be.
Ashrathoraman. The goddess calls. Ashrathoraman. I heed the voice of Elune. The goddess calls.
What is nature's call? Goddess
Has
like
sleep
our
dulled my
great
senses?
Ashrathoraman.
Threatens.
Hi. Is there trouble? Hi.
Has
Is there trouble?
dulled my senses.
Hi.
The goddess calls.
Perfect.
Someone threatens the wilds.
Very nice for us.
The great outdoors.
So as we have shown in the past, the Shobi Mask is probably one of the most important items for our support characters to have, especially a warrior like Furion, and eventually when he does get to level 6 as well, it is going to be even more important.
I shall not. What is nature's
Someone
call?
threatens the wilds.
Hopefully there are no more secrets that I'm unaware of.
Someone threatens the wilds. Ashrathoraman.
Goddess, light my path. The great outdoors.
The goddess calls.
Is there
Someone
trouble?
threatens the wilds. I heed the voice of Elune.
What threatens
The
these
goddess
lands?
calls.
Speak your mind. Absolutely.
Someone threatens the wilds. The goddess calls. As the goddess wills.
Okay, so this section over here doesn't have to be challenging
The great
at
outdoors.
all. Let me see, we don't have any of our wisps over here. So yeah, the buildings and the units are much weaker than ours, so we have that little advantage on our side. But also what you can do is making use of the tactic we used in the previous level, where you just place your treants here at the front and have the treants do as much of the damage as they possibly can. Let them focus fire our buildings. It's not a problem for us. We have an army that's more than strong enough in order to do what needs to be done.
Ashrathoraman. Immediately.
I am sworn.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
I heed the voice of
Make
Elune.
what is nature's call?
Ashrathoraman.
Keep on making units. That's all that needs to be done.
It shall be done.
I heed the voice of Elune. So be it. The goddess calls. Ashrathoraman.
The land are one.
Immediately. The goddess calls. Ashrathoraman. So be it.
Your building is
I heed the voice of Elune. Ashrathoraman.
the great outdoors.
The goddess calls.
Once that corrupted ancient falls, we've done it.
Ashrathoraman.
Hi, what is nature's call? I'm game. Are we being invaded?
Ashrathoraman.
The great outdoors. Is there trouble?
Sleep dulled my senses. Threatens these lands. It shall be done. For Kalimdor.
And there we go, ladies and gentlemen, that is mission accomplished.
I heed the voice of Elune.
The land and I are one. Come forth, Druids of the Talon. Let the storm crows fly once again upon the winds of war. Ishnu Allah, my brethren. Kalimdor has need of your powers once again, for the hour of doom is at hand.
We are yours to command, Shando Stormrage.
Now we must delve into the earth, and rouse the ferocious Druids of the Claw from their slumber.
Alright, there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the end of the 4th level of the Night Elf campaign. If you enjoyed watching this video, please like and subscribe. Refer it to your friends that would like to learn some more about Warcraft 3 and how to complete the game on hard difficulty. And as always, I will see you next time, so definitely stay tuned for level 5. We are nearing the end of this magnificent game's campaigns.